you kind of mentioned you mentioned a very good use case for blockchain. The use case right now is everyone thinks blockchain, they think Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Then they think crypto. Then they think fraud. Then they think hackers. Then they think secure.
You need to get new friends. That's not where my friends go.
Well, you probably have better friends than I do.
They think blockchain, they think crypto, they think millionaires, they think Ferraris, they think jets, private islands. That's where my friends go.
So your friends are dreamers. My friends are
Realists.
Realists and people who go through who've gone through a few things in their life to where we kind of comprehend cryptography and blockchain a little bit better. And I spoke at a conference about 3 or 4 months ago in San Francisco, and it was a blockchain conference, and we were talking about the multi use of blockchain. Right. And so you've got different platforms, and Micah's phone and his alarms. I love you, Micah.
I think it's blockchain driven.
It is that is Micah driven. There is a common misconception that blockchain is secure, and there's a common misconception that blockchain cannot be hacked, and it's a public ledger, and it's all good. And I love the hackers that like money in Bitcoin. Those are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Because I go, okay, let me transfer it to your wallet. Great, your wallet is a public ledger. I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
When you move it, you know where it's going to go? To another wallet.
Yeah.
And you know what you do then?
Hey, you just keep watching that.
You just keep watching it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to order something from Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, or somewhere that will be shipped to a physical address.
Right.
You brought up the use case of blockchain for identity, for record keeping. Great. How do you secure it?
I won't say this is a proven method, but I think, as I understand blockchain, your security strength comes from the diversity of those that are participating in the blockchain. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, because kind of the next thoughts go from there.
You're absolutely correct to a percentage, right? So there's the 51% rule.
Yeah. People
alternate that now. You can kind of code it to 90. You can code it to 99. You can code it to a lot of other things.
Sure.
I go, great, but we're about to hit a specific period of next generation computing.
You talking about quantum computing?
And
yeah,
among others.
Are we not allowed to say that?
No, we are.
Okay.
We are. We're very much allowed to say quantum computing, and I think that's where the security flaw lies.
Sure.
If I'm a city or a county, I'll give you a prime example. You're the CIO of Lake County, Michigan, and I'm going to give you the bad guy scenario now.
Right.
All right. You've implemented based on your idea, which isn't a bad idea, Kirk, at all. It's actually the standard way that people look at it. There's nothing wrong with it because as of right now, there has been no successful attempts to do that overthrow outside in the crypto world. But that's because no one has really taken this use case and implemented in a large scale to justify.
Right. The value hasn't been there.
The value hasn't been there yet. Right. Once the value is there, though, this will happen.
Sure.
And so I kind of want to be the one that said it early so that when it does happen, I can go on any one of the major news channels and charge an appearance fee and just say, I told everyone that this was going to happen. But the challenge you have with that specific little piece is with quantum computings, I can very quickly, very smoothly, and unsuspectably take over your chain and alternate records.
Sure.
So, Kirk, you think you own this home. You don't anymore. It's owned by him, by Micah. My home is now owned by Jim.
Right.
And Jim owns Doug's home, and so forth.
Sure. But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier about that's why you never deploy a technology beyond what you're able to deal with if it significantly fails, right? So if you are recording, well, anything now, we have that same problem today. If a courthouse burns down and they lose all the records for a local community, that community has to deal with it. Now, what you're talking about is when you aggregate it all together on a blockchain, if it's at a national level, then every birth certificate in America is gone, or every wedding license, or every
tax bill.
Or every tax bill, right? Any one of those things that we choose, we need to publish out so that everyone can see it. And I think what you do is you say, we need to alter the algorithms and we need to alter the philosophy and the architecture to account for that failure, right? I mean, this comes back time and time again, and it's easy as a CIO to get caught up in a new technology, excites you, and it can deliver this capability, but you have to run the scenarios of what do you do when it fails? How it fails is almost not important. It's when it fails, how are you going to recover and keep doing what the business needs to do?
The CyberHub Engage podcast is brought to you by CyberHub Summit. CyberHub Summit is the leading executive cybersecurity education forum hosting their second annual event in Atlanta, Georgia on October 10th. You can find out more at cyberhubsummit.com.